Welcome to the Nate Gratian Show, where we talk all things personal finance, investing, and entrepreneurship. Thank you for joining me here today on another episode. Today we're going to talk about passive investing, all things passive income, all things passive income, and what it really means. And we're going to dig deep into this because it's a bit of a hot topic, a bit of a key word that a lot of people use in the financial industry, in the financial world, and they throw passive income around like you need to get passive income and you need to be earning, and they talk about it like it's something really easy to do and it's something quick and achievable. It is achievable, but they talk about it like it's something quick and easy to do. And I want to tell you kind of the reality about passive income and that it is achievable, but it takes work. Before we get started, I want you to know that this is not financial advice, but just my thoughts, things I've learned along the way, and my experience on different things. And I also want you to know you can find more episodes and podcast episodes at my website, ngration.com. That's ngration.com. There is something, when it comes to passive income, what people mean is, and what people give the impression and the idea about passive income is essentially, passive is you don't have to do anything. There's nothing you need to do, and income just comes in. That is not necessarily true. It's not a true way of looking at it. People think, well, I just, I set something up and then I never have to do anything again. The truth is you set something up and then you do have to monitor it, you do have to talk about it, you have to share it with people, and it does take some continual work. Otherwise it'll burn out after time and you won't be earning income. Now the truth about passive income is it means you can earn income at any time of the day, whether you're sleeping or whatever you may be doing. You create a way that income can come into your portfolio. And so it is important that we have multiple income streams. And most people have one income stream, which is their job. It's their primary income. That they get a paycheck once a month or every week or every fortnight or so. They have that income stream. And then the next phase that oftentimes will be the next phase of an income stream, and this is important, and this is technically passive income, is investing. And not necessarily the capital return, say something goes up 10%, not necessarily just that, but the dividends that you receive is an income stream, and that is passive income. You've done not too much work, it's been quite minimal. You've just invested in a company or in an index fund, and you receive a monthly or quarterly dividend. Now what's passive about it is it means you've got it set up, and it's true that you don't have to do anything to receive that. As long as you stay invested and remain invested, you'll receive that dividend whenever the company does it quarterly. Some do it annually, some do it monthly, and so you'll receive that dividend. But you have to do the work to get the money to invest, and so you're working to get the money to invest it. So the more you invest, the bigger the passive income is, the bigger the dividend that you'll receive is, and then you can reinvest that dividend, and what you have invested grows over time. And what's passive about it is it can happen any time of day. And for example, we just received some dividends just overnight while I was asleep. And Kevin O'Leary says if you need to earn money while you're sleeping. If you're going to build wealth, then you need to find ways to earn money while you're sleeping. And investing is really one of the easiest ways to do that. The work on that side of things is working and earning income that you can then invest. So it's passive income, but there's an element of work to it where you have to work to earn an income, and then you can take that income and invest. The next stage is real estate, but the truth is if you've ever had real estate, you know it's work. You know having tenants and things is work, and finding people to rent it or running an Airbnb, all that is work. And so it's an income stream. It is technically could be classified as passive, but it wouldn't be very passive. Really, it takes quite a lot of work. It wouldn't be nearly as passive as just investing your funds. That's quite passive in comparison to owning real estate, but it creates another income stream. The other thing to do, if you're going to then, these are two things that you can fund from your main income source, but then there's other things you can do, like creating t-shirts and selling them online, creating a podcast, what we're doing here. There's other things you can do, YouTube channels, all these things that you can do to create income. But everyone will tell you, and I'll tell you right now, this podcast isn't generating me any income at the moment. But I'm hoping in the future it eventually will. Subscribe and share this episode. But I'm putting in a lot of work right now with this podcast up front, and eventually, hopefully, it snowballs and picks up, and as people, I want to be able to help people, and as I help more and more people, this gives me a chance to widen the platform really that I can teach from and talk about personal finance and talk about investing and all of that. So I help more and more people, then eventually there'll be an income stream from this. And yes, I'll keep doing podcast episodes, but the income from it will be passive as it comes in between episodes, as it comes in between the work that I have to do, as it just kind of drip feeds in. And that's what you want to try and start happening, is a drip feed into your bank account of income. And again, that's another stream. Another way, something I just suggested to someone, they want to create t-shirts and sell it, teespring.com. That's teespring.com. teespring.com. You can create t-shirts on there and design stuff and then sell it online and share your link with people, and they purchase a shirt. You don't have to order the shirts up front. They purchase a shirt. You take a slight part of the profit, and Teespring takes their portion, and you earn income that way. Once you've designed a t-shirt, if it sells well, then you'll do well. So that's one aspect. That's one thing. Another thing is YouTube. I mentioned that earlier. Anyone will tell you, you're not going to make money right away on YouTube. Just a heads up, these podcasts are now available on YouTube, and I'm also doing shorts on YouTube, so you'll get snippets through the week above and beyond just this podcast on YouTube there. So I'm doing video shorts on there as well. But YouTube is a platform that, you're not going to see something right away, but it will grow over time. That much like investing, the more you have invested, the bigger your dividends, the more that will grow over time. And so passive income, it's not something that happens right away. It takes work, takes effort. What should you start if you're looking to try and do a side hustle, to try and earn a second income stream, or something that you can do on the side? What should you start? Well, you need to ask yourself two questions. The first is, what are you passionate about? What do you enjoy doing? You need to enjoy doing it, because you're going to be doing it outside of your regular work hours. You're going to be doing it on weekends. You're going to be doing it early morning or late into the evening, or outside of your regular hours. So ask yourself that question. What do you enjoy doing? What do you have a bit of talent for, a bit of skill for? If it's marketing, maybe you do some t-shirts. If you like talking like I do, maybe it's a podcast or a YouTube channel, whatever it may be, something like that. Then the second thing is, what do you have time for? Do you have time to commit to do something like a podcast every week, to be able to release an episode consistently every week? Because the biggest thing is consistency over time. If you go to the gym, one workout, come back, look in the mirror, you won't see any change. I promise you that. I'm a personal trainer. I'll tell you won't see any change. You go in for the second day, do a workout, you won't see any change. But there will come a day, if you're consistent and regular with it, that all of a sudden you'll say, hey, things are starting to change. Things are looking different. I've been consistent. I've been regular. And it's the same with your passive income, with your side hustle, that kind of thing. You've got to be consistent. You've got to be regular with it. And then over time, all of a sudden, you'll look up one day and you'll be like, oh, there's something happening. And that first $5 or that first $10 that comes in, where, all of a sudden you have an influx of subscribers, or you have an influx of listens, or whatever it may be. It's like, wow, and that gives you a bit of a boost, and you keep going and you keep going after it. But you need to have make sure you have the time, so you have the passion and some skill set in that area, and some knowledge in that area, and your knowledge and your skill set will grow as you do it. It doesn't need to be perfect, just start, but some skill set, some knowledge in that area, and then the time. You need to have the time to be able to do it every week, consistently and regularly, and monitor it and keep it going, whatever it may be. And so they're the two things to ask yourself if you're looking at starting a side hustle, something, or start getting another stream of income, another stream of quote-unquote passive income coming in. Thanks for joining me here today. Don't forget, we'll have another episode this coming Saturday. I should have the time to do our weekly eToro portfolio review. That is something I have to do live on Saturday because it is... I don't know what's happened in the market until the week's happened. And so I try to do that every Saturday. Some Saturdays I get super busy and unable to do it. But that'll be coming up this Saturday. And if you haven't subscribed or shared, or if you want to join in on the shorts, they're a new thing on YouTube that we're doing. They're not new on YouTube, but I'm doing it. It's new on YouTube for us. Jump in, you'll find some shorts and what kind of we're doing in our portfolio through the week on eToro there on YouTube. And you'll find these podcast episodes there. I'd really appreciate it if you'd subscribe to the YouTube video or subscribe wherever you listen to this podcast. If you have any questions that you'd like discussed on a podcast episode, or have any thoughts or a topic that you'd like discussed, send me a message on my website, ngration.com, or on Instagram @NateGration. Thanks for listening. We will see you in the next episode.